Hello everyone, welcome to the Mint analysis for 4th March 2022. So, the first highlight of today is that FSSAI is planning to have a new health rating which will be there soon in the front of the food packaging packaging labeling. So, why is it doing so? Because it wants to promote healthy consumption habits among consumers. So, it wants its people to eat healthy. And why does it want to do so? Because according to a survey, it is found that Indian death stands around 60% of all deaths because of non-communicable diseases, and it wants to prevent these diseases, because of which it is encouraging this rating, and this rating will be based on the fat content, salt content, and sugar content of the product. So now how it is going to do that? So it will encourage people to make healthy choices, but how it is going to implement the same plan? So it is being said that it will make this as a voluntary step for the companies to have this rating in front of their packaging from 2023. But as we move forward as a transition plan, it will automatically be made mandatory for the companies to publish these ratings in a year of 4 years, in a time of 4 years. So that's the implementation plan that FSSAI has right now. But also there is a threat that consumer might take this rating as a signal that the product is healthy. However, this rating is being provided to highlight what are the negative effects, what could be the negative effects of this product. So you might compare the ratings, how much healthier the two products are in terms of rating, but it's not that if it has got the rating that the product will be healthy. So that's the threat we are seeing. Next is there is a figure that I wanted to highlight from the Ukrainian war. So till now, the civilian death stands at 227 and the injured people number stands at 520. So that's the amount of harm the Ukrainian conflict has costed us. Next is, so the main news comes here. So Vodafone and Birla offer Voda Idea of 4,500 crore lifeline. And why it is done? Because some lenders and investors urged Vodafone and Birla, which are the parent companies of Voda Idea, to infuse some capital into the business. And why they have urged so? Because once they infuse the capital, it will give us an insurance, the lenders, external lenders, an insurance that there is some skin in the game by the actual equity holders. So if they have something, they will lose something if the firm makes profit. So if I am the one who is investing in Voda Idea, I would like to see what's the debt to equity ratio. And if the equity goes higher, it will be easier for me to know that they have the skin in the game, and I can also give some debt easily to Voda Idea, so to have some assurity that I will gain my money back, because the equity holders also have a majority of shares. So after this equity infusion, the stakes of Vodafone and Aditya Birla currently stands at 44.39% and 27.66% respectively. Next news is about Amazon and Future, who have agreed to reach a settlement proposal. So this was because Chief Justice N.V. Ramana told them that at the end both these parties will have to have a common ground. So for that, they have said that we are ready to hear all the proceedings that will be going on from now on, but the common proposal will be reached by you two guys, and we have given you time till 15th March to explore the options around you and make a proposal and submit it to us. How do you want to resolve this conflict? So that's the current status. Next is Income Tax Department accuses Chinese telecom firm Huawei of evading taxes. So the system is basically that if some companies come in India and they carry out their operations, so whatever revenues or profits they will have here, they will have to pay some taxes on it. And for example, if they have rupees 1,000 crore of profits, then 30% of it, which comes out to be 300 crores, so they will have to pay 300 crores here. And in their home country as well, they have to pay some of the taxes. That's how normally the system works. But they won't be paying the total 300 crores. because some amount will be deductible because they have already paid it here in India. So, anyways, keep this story aside. For now, we have just to understand that these Chinese telecom have actually showed up some cost which actually didn't exist. So there are some costs, for example, claims of expenses under provisions for obsolescence, warranty, debts, or loans and advances. And when questioned by the income tax department that where what actually these expenses are, they were unable to provide a clarity and explanation. So right now, I think that there will be a case on them as well because they have evaded the tax and that too for certain years, several years. So we will see what will be the complications ahead. Now next is India needs to cut imports, says PM Modi. So right now Prime Minister Narendra Modi is pushing the Atmanirbhar Bharat, and they are saying that you should try to manufacture chips and other products in India itself. So it is promoting the manufacturing of these products, and it is not just producing these products, but also assuring the quality. So, as while going forward, we can also start exporting these products. So, it will have two effects on our economy. It will make us stable, less dependent on the outside economy, and also it will give us a product which we will be able to manufacture and export to other countries. So, Atmanirbhar Bharat is the main thing that PM Modi is pushing right now, and that too specifically, majorly in the electric vehicle and semiconductors sector. Now, next is airlines in a fix as jet fuel costs soar. So, in airlines in aviation industry, the major operation cost is around 30 to 40% cost is allocated to the fuel itself, and fuel prices are going up, and we all know the reason. So fuel prices is going up, and now it is difficult for the aviation industry to price their tickets. They were already facing competition from roads and railways, and now they have to deal with this as well. And this threat comes at a time when the COVID restrictions were being lifted up, and people were trying to, book the flights, go out for vacation or other travel needs. So at this time, it's a stressful situation for the aviation industry, and that's what they are dealing right now. Next is Amazon to close bookstores to shift to groceries and fashion. So Amazon started having these bookstores which used to sell the highest bestsellers product, best-selling products. So some really good books which have already have a good track record. They were selling it, and the first store was set up around 2016. But as we move forward, due to COVID pandemic, there have been many challenges faced by these stores. So it was dealing with it was dealing with the challenges, incurring losses. So it is finally reached to a decision that we will close these physical bookstores and not going forward with bookstores but to shift to groceries and fashion. So now these stores will be used for groceries and fashion, and also you must have known about Amazon self-made brand which is Symbol in fashion industry. So it has Symbol, which he will try to push this Symbol market forward through these physical store. So that's the plan laid out by Amazon right now. Now the next is Lone dissenter on India's rate panel says RBI credibility at risk. So, who is this lone dissenter? So, he is Mr. Jayant Rama Verma, and he is the member who was deciding what should be the interest rates of that will be laid out by RBI right now. And he's the only one who says that there should be some adjustments made in the interest rate because, as you might have known, there are three stages in an economy which it has to go through when it faces a pandemic. So, right now, he says that this is the second stage where the liquidity should be sucked out from the system. And if we don't take the step right now, then later on it might get even difficult to pull back the economy back on the track. So that's what he says right now, that suck out the liquidity, but RBI has not done so far. Now next is Avana Capital looks to raise 150 million for second climate fund. So it's again a trend that I wanted to highlight here, that for the last 20 years the major focus was on digitization, and that industry has made a huge return in the last 20 years. But for the next 20 years, the sustainability sector is the one which will face, which has the opportunity to, provide the investors with extra returns. So for this, there is a venture capital firm, Avana Capital, who is able, actually the industry is able to see this sustainability sector as the emerging sector, and they are ready to put in the amount which is being raised by Avana Capital. So they have already raised some amount in the previous round, which they invested in bicycle. There is a brand, bicycle brand Frog, in which Avana Capital has invested, and the ones who are putting in money in the Avana Capital are optimistic about the future of sustainability sector in the coming few years, and that's why this fund is gaining attraction from various lenders. Now, next is closed Russian market raises concern for US. So as we know that Russia has banned brokers from selling securities owned by the foreign investors. So now any foreign investors that has invested money in the equity or debt of Russian market, they are not able to pull out their funds. So their funds are no more liquid. And this dilemma is being faced, this threat is being faced by various US investors who had held more than $27 billion in Russian equities and bonds. So this is the inbuilt risk that they take. This is the geopolitical risk whenever there is a war. These are the situation commonly faced by a foreign investor, that they are not able to withdraw their funds. And the US mutual funds and exchange trade funds are exactly facing this risk right now, and they are not able to withdraw their money. Now, next is Ukraine war plunges automakers into new supply chain crisis. So, as we already knew that chip markets were majorly produced by Ukraine and Russia, and right now they are at war. So, it is putting a pressure on the automobile industry. They are experiencing supply chain constraint, because of which they are not able to realize their full capacity. So, that's a problem occurring right now. And that's all we have in today's newspaper. Hope it has helped you. If so, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I will be sharing a Telegram group link in my description. So if you want to have daily text analysis and PDFs, you can come in my Telegram group. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much.